And welcome back to everyone here on 2K Sports of our PGA Tour coverage. Let's get back to the action here on the opening hole. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Well, that's a handy shot. This is his second shot. Needs this to kick a bit left. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Currently 1 under for the day. Torrey Pines South has a wonderful short par 4 coming right here at the second.
Yeah, a nice little ease into the round, isn't it? Fairway metal off the tee, driver really not needed, but this green can get a little tricky with 3 distinct tiers on it. Find the right one, and you could be finding an early birdie.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. Lovely effort, that. This is a fairly lengthy putt here. Okay, let's get back to the action. Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
A bit long on that one. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently at -1 following that hole. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down.
Come on, ball, don't deny.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. 8 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close. And he needs this to save par. And down it goes. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Good shot there.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
John, what's the line on this putt?
Just a slight break to the left on this putt.
That one's come up short. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 6th hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair, and I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. That went ripping by the hole. Well, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum. Right on 7 feet. And a touch of frustration popping in there as the putt just missed the hole. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. Over to 7 here at Torrey Pines South, Rich. A great par 4 that requires good positioning off the tee as well.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Yeah, that one will play. Sitting at -1. That's tidy. Putting for birdie here. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Going with the 7. Oh, he's holed it. How about that?
Oh, and look at that reaction. High fives all around.
A putt here to move inside the top 20. And that should secure the par on this one. And a sight we're used to seeing a lot, Xander Schauffele in top spot. The par 5 ninth is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
That's a good-looking shot there. And here we are with the third shot. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. Time now to make the turn for home, Rich. And this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Playing from around 150 yards here. That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. 5 shots off the pace. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, it's in the hole. And for birdie. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Lining up the birdie putt here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
Yeah, and not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. John, have you got a read on this one?
And this one going left to right there, Luke.
Just missing the birdie there. And that brings to an end that hole. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
This is full send.
Well, when he
exploded onto the PGA Tour. Tom Kim was everyone's second favourite player, wasn't he? He's got that bright, effervescent vibe about him, and he just seems to play the game with a kind of enthusiasm of youth.
I kind of like how you said Tom Kim was the second favorite player on tour. Listen, I get it. You know, there's always going to be one great big popular guy, but you know, Tom is that breath of fresh air, isn't it? He's a young kid. He comes out here. He's smiling. He plays with exuberance. He's in love with the game, and he shows it when he's out there, doesn't he? I think that's why it makes him a fan favorite, because he looks like he's having fun doing what he loves to do.
5 feet coming up to the cup. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today, and that will take him to 5 under. He's currently in a share of 12th place in this tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely did they put the pin in the middle. But boy, I tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
Nicely done.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Putting for a par here. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Well, this putt will start out pretty straight and then take a little left turn as it nears the hole.
Oh, he's going to like the look of this. That's a good outcome. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This will be a good bogey.
And a bit of a setback there. Now he's 4 under for the tournament.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Over to 14 we go, a par 4.
And a really good par 4 once again. Dogleg from right to left. Those bunkers on the left, you don't want any part of them. And from there, the difficulty is judging the distance with your second shot. This is an infinite edge look from the fairway. So when it pins in the back section of this green, it's nearly impossible to judge the distance. This is a wonderful, wonderful design.
Should find the green here. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. A birdie putt awaits. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And he moves to 5 under par. 15 works slightly back inland here at Torrey Pines South, but you still need plenty of focus.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
Going with the 5-iron here.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ooh. Just a short putt remaining here.
That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. 16th, the last of the par threes on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
That's the cardinal sin, leaving it short in the heart. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are down here checking in with the Canadian Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 9th.
Like the look of this one. Well, that'll play.
It's almost like the golf ball had eyes and it went straight where it belongs, in the hole.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Absolutely flushed. His second shot here. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Tom Kim watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 6 under. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Well, the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5. You can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Now he's got his eyes set on the putting surface. An aggressive play here. Yeah, that's a good shot. That'll make par a lot easier to make from there. And the putt drops for birdie. Well, Rich, I thought that day was an absolute doozy. And this player seems to be in decent shape, don't you think?
Great golf being played already. Can't wait to see the next round.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race, the FedEx Cup. Our final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is set to begin. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam, and it's great to have you with us. The player leading the field is doing a lovely job, currently 14 under par as we get today's play underway. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the first hole. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Second shot here on the first. Not bad. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
A great birdie chance here.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Currently at 7 under for the tournament. Teeing off on the par 4 second now. Six feet remaining to the cup. And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. Stepping onto the par 3 third.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult.
Oh, can you believe it?
Oh, happy days ahead. A hole in one. Can you believe it? Oh, hello. Worth another look, shall we?
In one. What a shot, what a celebration.
He finds himself in a share of 9th on the leaderboard. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
That's a big drive. This one from about 160 yards out. Just 3 strokes back. And he's hit that inside the range.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Oh, this would be a good putt to make to move into the top 5. He's in a share of 5th position. And as we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. This is a strong par 4. Absolutely tattooed that one.
He's setting up for his second shot. Just a couple back from our leader. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one's looking pretty good.
A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
This one's for birdie. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 6th hole is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
That was wonderfully done. This player is just bursting to break through into the winner's circle.
Been runner-up before, but still needs one final push to get that win.
Okay, aggressive play, going for it.
That's not quite on the dance floor, Rich, but it's right up there near the green. A chance to perhaps pick up 1, maybe 2 on this hole.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. That's got too much heat. That's a solid par. Tom Kim leads this tournament as we move over to the next. Here we are at the par 4, 7th hole.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
From around 140 yards here. 4 strokes off the lead. Good sounding strike, that one. This is some ball striking. Hitting greens in regulation. It's a thing of beauty.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Oh, that would have been nice to make. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. It's Tom Kim in the lead as we head on to the next hole. We've reached the 8th hole.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. And now you just got to pray for a good lie because that one's heading towards the sand. Oh dear, that's on the beach. Was on a good line. An opportunity to make a par here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. On the tee of the par 5 9th.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
That dog will hunt.
Toot, toot. There's Tom the Tank Engine. Don't we love Tom Kim? He has got some go in him.
He's got all kinds of giddy up in him. Yeah, he's just a breath of fresh air, isn't he? Young kid out there having some fun, playing the game that he loves. And it shows. He's out there smiling, laughing, engaging with the fans. You know, it's refreshing. It's nice to see that because, you know, the PGA Tour can be so cutthroat at times, and yet you have this young kid out there who's just happy to be here, but he's happy to be here and winning.
Hold this and move inside the top 10 on the leaderboard. Well, that was a phenomenal play. Almost an eagle. And now left with this putt to move into a tie for 8th. Well, Rich, we're heading into our final 9 holes here, but I tell you what, I'm thinking about that ace this player made on that front 9. What a ripper.
Unreal. I got to say, to watch that ball go into the hole was awesome. This player is still flying high.
That's some good golf right there. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. 4 shots behind our leader. Opting for the 9-iron. That's just inside the range.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
And now this, to get into a share of 6th on the leaderboard. And that should secure the par on this one. Tom Kim leads this tournament as we move over to the next. Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
Oh, this is just a mean little par 3, isn't it? Not a big target up there green-wise. You got deep bunkers right and left. You got a 2-tier green. It's a fun, good-looking par 3. That's really hard.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. This player's dialed in. What a shot. This is what remains for a share of 6th place in the standings. What a disappointment. And tapping in for par on this one. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Great shot.
John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 8th.
And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Ooh, bold play here. Going with the Chief off the tee.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a 3rd shot that's absolutely blind. This 3rd shot could be one of the most difficult 3rd shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Setting up for his 3rd shot.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
This one was flushed right at it. Will it go in? Putting for par. The putt drops, and we're moving on. He finds himself in a share of 7th. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
From around 120 yards here. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Now, that looked pretty good the whole way.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there. Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey, Luke. Yes, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Taking aim from about 180 yards here.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd.
Wants to make it with just 3 holes remaining.
Is that a rush of blood? Putting for a par now. And down it goes. Now 14 under, heading down the stretch. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
That's disappointing.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
And look at this shot.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Time for the second shot at the 16th. Ooh, great touch. Really nicely played. And in it goes. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
A quality shot, that.
John, give us a small update.
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 13th.
Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Nicely done. Great chip.
Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
You know what they say, never up, never in. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place.
The 18th hole is a par 5.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
This is his second shot. Ooh, staying aggressive, going for the green. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
This one's going to go down the hill and to the right, I believe.
That one went a fair bit distance by the hole. This is what's remaining for an impressive 64. And as that final putt goes down, he counts 15 under for the event. And as we recap the day's results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the action today.
Oh, Luke, I've seen some things that I'll never forget, both good and bad, but I had an absolute blast doing it. It was brilliant to watch. Those rivalries, I mean, wow. The pleasure was all mine.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.